You're gonna. I probably should play Milli Vanilli. Blame it on the rain, yeah, yeah. Blame it on the stars that taxed you last night. Let me say this for the millionth time. Put a Democrat liberal, really Democrat either way, but Democrat liberal in charge of anything, and they'll run it into the ground. Like the state of New Jersey, like the state of New York, like the state of California, Illinois, you name it. But since we're on that topic, zero hedge, New Jersey voters furious as Governor Murphy prepares to sign rain tax into law. You're lying. This is fake. This must be fake news. It has to be. Just when frustrated residents of New Jersey, one of the most heavily taxed states in the U.S., Crypto karaoke, get out of there. Get out of there. You're being taxed at Pablo, honey, come to Florida. One of the most heavily taxed states in the U.S. Oh, Jan, come to Florida. You too. Desiree, get the F out of there. Come to Florida. Come on. Anyways, just when frustrated residents of New Jersey, one of the most heavily taxed states in the United States, thought Democratic Governor Phil Murphy had already brought the state into the ninth circle of taxation hell with new taxes to save the state's ailing pension system, middle-class voters in one of the least affordable states in the country have now been given one more thing to complain about. A tax on the rain. Now, I don't know if you remember, but when I went to see Michelle White Dove, we took a little family vacation up there in New York, Jersey, stayed with my wife's aunt, saw Steven. Remember that? Met Desiree, met Jan. I was complaining. $10 for an effing toll? What the hell is this crap? Another $5, $8, what the? New Jersey raped and pillaged me. In, during, and out of that state. FYI. But apparently, it ain't enough. After a bill authorizing the new local taxes was passed by the state last month, Murphy is preparing to sign it into law over the objections, of course, of the state's Republicans, according to the New York Post. What else we got? As one state lawmaker told the Post, just when New Jersey residents thought the state had already laid claim to every revenue stream imaginable, Democrats have found one more thing to tax. And someone tweeted, Phil Ramos, what? It gets crazier, my Jersey friends. The bill passed, and now it goes to the governor to sign. Right. Been screaming at, get out of California. Guys, get out of California. Get out of Jersey. Get out of Illinois. Get out of New York. I told you the story. My dad, when I wasn't even born yet, I think my sister, mom was pregnant with my sister, New York. We're getting the hell out of here. We're going to California. San Diego. San Diego Superchargers. My mom told me one day I walked up to the piano in the house. I was like 3 years old and played it. Just dun, 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 something like that. She told me, you just walked up there and played it. What? At like 3? Yeah. San Diego Supercharger song, for my peeps. And my dad said, yeah, the cost of living, the housing, everything was out of control in New York. We said we got to get the hell out of here. Go somewhere more affordable. San Diego, California. Stayed there for a few years. Starts building up again, just like New York was doing. Taxes, everything up. Got to get the hell out of here. Uncle John lives in Florida. Well, he's no longer with us, Uncle John. Let's go to Uncle John in Florida. We'll go live by him, which he was about almost an hour away. But that's why my dad moved here. And so far, yeah, some little things have raised, We apparently voted for a tax increase in Florida. I don't know if it was just Hillsborough County or the state of Florida, but somehow we offer roads and bridges and think, oh, is that what that was for? Yeah. Who in their right mind says, you know what, I want to go pay more. I want to give more of my money away. Oh, it passed pretty easily in Florida. Yeah, me too. Right. Anyways, get the hell out of these liberal Democrat states. Now, at some point, it's probably going to implode. However, have you seen how long Venezuela's been in trouble? People fling the country out of control. Can't eat over there, no jobs, nothing. So my reason to bring that up is, how long could some of these states try and do nonsense like that? We're going to tax the rain. We're going to tax you fart over there. You farted. You tax that. Oh, you're leaving. You're leaving the state. Leave the state tax. Toll road, $10. They'll just keep going until they can't. Do you want to experience that for as long as they're willing to dish it out? Because people will be fleeing the state, and because of that, lost revenue is now gone. They'll have to come after the suckers who stayed behind to make up the difference. This is unless they deal with the pension system and the corrupted system over there, where everybody's, hitting the taxpayer up for his brother, Jimmy's uncle's cousin's business over there. He knows the governor, this guy, a city council member. I know a guy needs a job. You know what I'm saying? He's in charge of the union. But how long do you think it's going to take to deal with all that? You think the taxes and all these fees are just going to quickly, in a year or two? I don't want to deal with that. I'd be getting the hell out of there if I could. Now, if you can't get out, you're trapped. And I'm sorry for you. Louis R. Miranda tweets, the insane asylum known as #New Jersey is now charging people because it rains. You can't make this stuff up. He put stop up. He meant stuff up. Rain tax likely to become reality in New Jersey. New Jersey is one of the highest tax states in the country. Now residents and businesses could be taxed extra, well, when it rains. This is like a Dr. Evil, Austin Powers thing, A rain tax? Yes, really. Really? Yes, really. A rain tax? Yes. It rained late, Dr. Evil. Oh, no, it rained right on time, Frau. No, it rained late. No, you're right on time this morning, bro. How Scotty was born. The rain tax, which is largely supported by Democrats, as usual, and largely opposed by Republicans, would allow towns, counties, and local authorities to set up their own stormwater utilities. These newly created arms of local bureaucracy would be empowered to charge property owners a fee based on the amount of non-permeable surface they own. Think parking lots, driveways, that sort of stuff. The logic behind this is that non-permeable surfaces create runoff when it rains, and that runoff gets polluted as it travels from these surfaces onto local sewers and then onto the state's waterways. The revenue generated by these taxes would be used to upgrade the state's stormwater systems and save the state's already polluted waters from further pollution, though the state would step in and scoop up 5% of all revenues generated. The EPA, according to an op-ed published by NorthJersey.com, has estimated that a complete overhaul of New Jersey stormwater systems would cost about $15.6 billion. But unfortunately for Democrats, while taxing the rich might be in vogue among 2020 presidential contenders, because focus groups have suggested that raising taxes on other people remains a politically popular vision, very few middle-class voters in the state that is already one of the most heavily taxed in the country want another massive tax levied on their driveway. To illustrate just how politically radioactive this rain tax has become, it's worth a look back at Maryland Governor Larry Hogan's upset victory in the state's 2014 gubernatorial race. In a scenario that might sound familiar to many of our readers, Hogan was believed to be so far behind Democratic Lieutenant Governor Anthony Brown that media didn't even bother to conduct exit polling on election day. But when Hogan unexpectedly came from behind and clinched the governor's mansion, stunned pundits started casting about for an explanation. And through a hodgepodge of anecdotal reports, they settled on the rain tax, which Hogan had vociferously campaigned against. Maryland passed the law in 2012, 2 years before the election. The rain tax was so hated by Maryland voters that it effectively ceded control of the governor's mansion in a deep blue state to a Republican. Maybe Governor Murphy is already setting himself up for a similar upset during the state's next gubernatorial election, which is in 2021. So again, you want to stick around 2019, 2020, 2021. Oh, 51-49. He won again. He's keeping the rain tax. Matter of fact, they're upping the rain tax, for whatever reason. The pension systems are insolvent. The criminal corruption is out of control, and everybody got to get paid. Because if some people start getting paid around here, we're going to start blowing the whistle. We'll start tattletelling on some people. And y'all, people up in the political seats out there, y'all don't want that now, do you? What's this? jsnip4contact@gmail.com. Yep. That is a fake email scammer. Interesting. I have to deal with that. People trying to scam. They will scam you and pretend it's me. Anyways, that's it for this video. That's it. That was the whole thing anyways. Zero Hedge. Take care.